Hi, I'm Dennis Rodkin. I write the Deal Estate column for Chicago Magazine, and this is DEQs, where I answer your real estate questions. Rich in Glencoe asks, we were considering renting out our house this spring so we could buy another to move into, but our neighbors told us they wanted to do that a few years ago and couldn't get a loan because their house hadn't been a rental long enough. What's that all about? It's true, Rich. Most lenders, virtually all lenders, follow the rule that to offset the income, the rental income from the house you were in, you need to have a 2-year rental history in that house, and the owner needs to have at least 30% equity, which is a problem. There are reasons that lenders want to do that. They want to minimize their risk before lending. So if you don't have an established track record of bringing in rental income with that house, then that is a risk for them. Rentals may look good, it's very popular now, but is this house a rental? Is it a neighborhood? Is it in a neighborhood, and does it have the amenities that appeal to tenants? They want to see a track record like that. It's much harder to defend that 30% equity requirement, especially these days, but again, it's minimizing the risk for the lender. They want to be sure that as a landlord, you won't have such a small investment that you don't care to preserve it and you don't maintain the property, thus wearing down an asset that supposedly is bringing you income. The problem is that fewer people than ever have a 30% equity stake, whether in a house they're staying in or a house they want to move from. It's people with low or no equity who are going to be looking into renting a house so they can vacate it and move to another. But you do have a few options, just a few. One is to go to a community bank that lends its own money, not money backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. Some of these community banks are more flexible, may have less impersonal lending standards, and will work with you, especially if you already have a depositor relationship with them. If you've got your investment funds, your retirement funds in that community bank, they may be more likely to work with you and let rental income on your former home offset that mortgage debt so you can move to a mortgage on a new home. Also, I learned from Justin Lopatin at Baytree National Bank that at his firm there is an option that works for people in very particular circumstances. Baytree has an investor-banked loan that will allow you to offset mortgage debt with rental income, but only in particular circumstances. It has to be if the conversion of the old home to rental happened before, not during, the purchase of the new home. For instance, Lopatin had clients who rented out the home they had been in, moved as renters into a new builder home, and then about 6 months later decided they wanted to buy that home. So the conversion of the first home to rental had already happened. They were able to use that as an asset that was providing income, and they were able to get a loan for the new house. This works only if you have those particular circumstances or others where the house converts before the next house comes along. Either of these options would apply only to very few people, but they are available to look at, and I'm hoping that as time goes by and more homeowners want to rent the houses they've been in so they can move on, new possibilities may open up. Thanks for your questions. Send me more at dennis@rodkin.com.